This is John Young here with the Weekend Sportsman. Today we're going to show you how to take down the EVO 2iT. This is their insulated thermal two-person ice shelter here. Now it has a few steps into it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the steps, and then I'm actually going to do it live so you get an idea of how it goes. Now maybe how I'm going to do it is slightly different than the way the instructions go if you follow them in reverse, but I'll explain why. So the steps in it is that there's two spreader poles that are right here. Here's one of them, and then there's a second one on the other side that we'll be taking out. Those will be the first thing we will do. Then there's an additional pair of spreader poles back here that we'll be taking out. Then we've got our back support, and that's actually one of the first things you extend. I'm actually going to bring that in all the way before I knock these hubs down. There's a hub on the front, or on the top, and then there's two pop-out hubs on the front. So my method of operation is going to be to take the two sides down, the side spreader poles out first, the two back ones, shrink that in so it's the size of the sled. Right now it extends about, that comes to about down in there, so it's good 12 to 16 inches longer. And then pop the things down, gather it all up, and set it on the other side. Now the actual in the bed here, the actual part of the hub is going to extend beyond this, and that's kind of a little bit of a catch, where when you put it together you'll find that it'll hit here, and I'll talk about that when we get to that point. So you have to kind of lift it up and slide the hub assembly past kind of where that bag is sitting. Okay, one word of advice. You see these little side pieces, they have got their little pockets. That's where we put things into it. And on the end of the poles are little rubber caps. Whenever you're pulling those out, just take a second to feel if that rubber cap is on there, because if a rubber cap gets stuck in those little, say there's some water, it gets frozen in there, and you pull it out and the rubber cap comes off, it's going to be much more difficult for that little canvas pouch to stay in one piece if that rubber cap isn't protecting the end of the pole or protecting the unit from the end of the pole. So just take a second to make sure that both end caps are on when you're disassembling and storing the EVO for the day. So let's get the camera set up and we'll knock this down. Okay, so let's take this thing apart. So we just threw all of our stuff out because you're going to have to do that. Unfortunately, you're not going to have the sled to do things with. First thing I'll do is on these two side pieces, I'm going to lift and pull down a little bit and pop these two little poles out. And here's the pole, and these are the little rubber ends I was referring to earlier. Make sure those are on there. So there's one pole. Set that in the sled. The second pole on the other side. Pull that out. Now I'm coming to the back. You're going to see the back of this unit wiggle here in just a second. And I can pull out the two rear spreader poles here. And those spreader poles, you can see they're just a little clipper on the pole and a little pointed end that goes into some holes in the sled. Now I'm going to side, there's the two little handles that I'm going to push, and I'm going to start to slide. Let's see, there we go. I'm going to slide this all the way in so that it is even with the sled. And I'm going to slide the chairs in. I forgot about that. Just make it easier to get things around. So now we're up to the top. We're all up, so we pop that one in, that hub in, this hub in, and gather. Now right now, the weight of the hubs are sitting on the little table. I think I've got all the hubs. So I'm going to pull the material in. It's all sitting on the table up there, and I can take that and bring it down a little bit. Actually, I can't bring it down. So I'm going to need to have this little piece extended, I suppose, to get that down below. And I kind of liked it up there. But if I wanted it below, I need to extend this so it would fall down and then push it in. So, when I took it down before, I must not have had it in all the way because it didn't seem to go. So now I have the hub in there. I can go and put the pieces in there. And as far as tuck material in there for travel. and then we're pretty much ready to go. So there it is, just a quick little demonstration on taking the unit down. Once it's all down, we grab our string or our rope and pull it off the lake, and we are good to go. This again is the Eskimo. This is the EVO 2. This is the EVO 2iT insulated thermal unit here. Links in the description below. Check it out. Thanks for watching.